Hey, what's up? This is your girl Nicole Reloaded, and we're loaded up, with an early morning insomnia video. So let's see who comes into the live chat this morning. So I'm just watching some videos and listening to Heathen Central and seeing what Granny is doing. Let's see what he talking about on Heathen Central. Y'all make sure that you subscribe to them. You want all the updates on Andrew Cardwell, Miss Mother, and and this Granny right here. Okay.
Oh, I'm in the dark. Wait a minute. What do I got to do? Oh, let me turn the car on. I'm in the dark. Loose here. The light turneth on. You can't hide. Come on here. I said the light turneth on. Greetings. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go. Okay. Greetings.
Sorry.
Oh, but you haven't heard from me in a while. Yes, you have. What has it been? 2 weeks? I haven't said that. I was over there on YouTube and things.
I was over on YouTube and things. Honey, look at this man's nails, honey. I mean, and he just gets online and he roasts, checks, and toasts the heck out of people and uses the Church of God in Christ or whatever. And this man nails. I mean, nothing against the LGBT community. Definitely nothing against that. All I'm saying is that he talk about people, dark-skinned people, you know, women and men and so on and so forth. And he is, I guess he considers himself the prince of the Kojic church. Or whatever. He's what is the word it's called when somebody dress, he's eccentric, honey. Let's check this out. Make sure that you go and subscribe to Heathen Central and the Usher Board for all the tea on Granny.
Fried chicken wings, drink sweet tea, and graduate from college on time. I don't know where Ed is. Maybe Ed will be on here tonight.
I bet you Granny looking for Ed. He probably want to give Ed some head. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I haven't been over here in a while. These numbers are low. But anyway, come on in. Looking rough. Ooh. I'm looking rough. Is anybody in here? Is anybody in here? Greetings.
Is it just me? I am not trying to be disrespectful, but do his nails make you want to, like, go bleh, bleh? Like, I don't know. It's just something about his nails that just, I don't know, freak me out. I mean, what is that underneath his nail? What is that? What is that? Some doo-doo? Ugh, I don't know.
Greetings. It's the modern day Sweet Daddy Grace. And Sir William is here. Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching.
Oh, God. This is Sir William Mccray. You don't like this kind of teaching.
Y'all don't like this kind of teaching. Are you here? Oh, these numbers is low. Well, if I
get these numbers up, get them up in the name of Jesus and things. Honey, I need to go to sleep. I got insomnia like a motherfucker.
Tell you something. Let me be clear. Let me make this clear. Cause see, it's a lot of little folks out here running around. They want to be bloggers and vloggers and,
Want to be bloggers, shot callers, vloggers. I want to be a blogger, shot caller, hashtag looking ass. Hey, we all out here trying to get a coin in a bag, honey. And trying to communicate and meet different people and things and build relationships and things. I mean, what's wrong with us getting online? Negro, you doing it. You got your Prince wannabe self out here roasting and toasting and checking people and, bringing up God in the Bible and rebuking things when you need to go and handle your business with your spirituality, so on and so forth, just like the rest of us. We all out here trying to live. Now, you desperate motherfuckers that do anything for clicks and views, with no holds bars and not using facts and using assumptions and making that truth, that's a whole different ballpark. Yeah, I feel that. But all I'm saying is, while we all can get up on here and do our thing, it's enough room for all of us to eat fish.
Whatever they want to call it. But there's one king to this, baby. There's only one king to the black church gossip, and you're looking at him. He's talking to you right now. All right? All these other imitators and duplicators and pretenders that want to be like Sir William can't bring it and don't have the ability to do it or the influence like I do. Let's be clear. I just want to go on and say that you can repeat that. You can tell them that I said it. It's the truth. My word. How many
get these numbers up? Get them up, bitch.
Stories have I broken? How many?
I wonder how many booty holes has he broken? How many $5 boxes has he broken? I wonder has Heathen Central bought his domain and things and bought his own trademarks and things? Because I heard word on the street is, this is not a fact. This is just word on the street. It could be, be a rumor. Now, have y'all done it yet? Oh, I could see how mad Granny would be. You gonna buy my domain and things. I am the #1 king of the Kojic church and gospel internet. You better get with it. Honey, you can get him a $5 box. Shoot, I like me a $5 box, but I can't be eating, all of that stuff like I used to because my stomach does not retain the same like it used to. So I've been eating a lot of steamed chicken and vegetables. Take yourself over to Sam's Club. Y'all that's trying to change the way you eat and eat healthier and lose some weight. Get you some real, some bags of chicken breast and mesquite chicken, and they have different seasoned chicken that's already, frozen in the bag. Take you a little bit of butter and olive oil and steam it with the top. and get you the frozen vegetables where it's a whole vegetable melody, and put that in the pan. Season it with some Cajun Italian dressing, some kosher salt, or some Malaysian pink salt. And just steam it and let it cook real slow. Add you just a little bit of what your sour sauce, just a little bit of what your sour sauce, and a little bit of soy sauce. Steam it. Have you some white rice on the side, and mix it all together. For y'all out there that have to take medication, that'd be really hard on your stomach. Just make you a nice big pan of it, you know, and freeze half of it, and you'll be all good. Now let me stop talking and let's just watch what Granny talking about and things.
How many stories have I broken? And all of them was found out to be true. Am I talking right? How many, just somebody tell me, it is countless. From Juanita Bynum, Paul Martin, how many on Jamal, how many times on Brian Corn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. My work and my reputation speaks for itself. I told y'all Jamal Harrison Bryant was going to get new birth. If I tell you a duck is a truck, then baby, I want you to hook it up. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I can look through muddy water and see dry land. So, but it was a couple of times that in this process, they was bobbing and weaving. You know what I mean? They were unsure. They was trying to figure out. Now, I was surprised at that board tonight, because that board consists of Tommy Durch, a consultant and businessman in the Atlanta area, also former president and chairman of the 100 Black Men of America, and Mike Roberts out of St. Louis, Missouri, an African-American owner of hotels, a number of real estate projects, had a radio station, had a TV station. His brother was a city councilman in St. Louis. Good guy. And those are two men that Bishop Long met through civil rights leader. You know, and this is the other thing. Let me say this. Let me say this. Nobody out here in this game is a historian and can rattle off facts the way that I can and know them the way that I know them. Now, Eddie met Mike Roberts and Tommy Durch through Dr. Martin Luther King's secretary, Sonona Clayton. And
now I ain't gonna hate on Sir William Mccray. He do be having the tea that be going down in the cultured church. I just wonder how much tea they give him for a $5 box, and when he's bending over and things. Shake that to get that change. Shake that to get that change and things and things. I know y'all probably like, this woman is crazy. Hey, I'm loaded up, honey. It's early in the morning. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, honey, and we roll 24 hours a day, baby. 24 hours a day, baby.
Through the Trumpet Awards that happens, every year around January time in Atlanta. That's when he met. Now, he was a Kappa, and he knew some other, black men that was successful in doing some things. But that is when he met Tommy, who was making major moves at the time, and Mike Roberts. Mike Roberts I've interviewed him several times. He's been on my talk show that comes on here locally in Atlanta. He talked about business, talks about that business and being a master manipulator, and that a lot of people have a negative stigma about what the word manipulation means, but how you move your level of interest in business and get the outcome or the end result that you want. So, very intelligent man. So, but that's when, or it was through Zanona and the Trumpet Awards that he met and encountered these impressive African American men that was close in his age. They were contemporaries of his, and they had money and they had level of influence, and would be able to assist him in carrying out and executing his vision. That's when he met Tommy and Mike Roberts, who I didn't get a chance. Mike, I haven't spoken to him in a minute, but anyway, Jamal Harrison Bryant is coming to Atlanta, and it has hit social media. I am somewhat surprised because everybody is not greeting him with open arms. And so some of the commentary I won't be able to divulge names, but I've gotten calls, a couple of sisters that are members, they're hurt, they're upset. She said, one of the ladies said, I Googled his name sitting in the meeting tonight. I Googled his name, and the first thing she said, nothing.
Hold on really quick.
positive came up about this man. Nothing positive in association with his name came up. And she said that one of the things that her and her sister, because we was on a three-way call, and they were saying, you know, she said, we've been through enough. We have gone through hell since 2010, since the scandal. Then he got sick. It's just been, and so I really felt the compassion for them, because I somewhat agree. Like, hasn't it been enough? Hasn't New Birth survived, and the remnant of members that are there, haven't they dealt with enough? I mean, what is it like to go through a sex scandal and four guys come forward with the boldness to say that your pastor sexually violated them? I mean, and that be a part of public record, and you can go and you can read those lawsuits, and you can read that B.J. Bernstein articulates that he orally sodomized Spencer LeGrand in Ackerland, Switzerland for his 18th birthday. I mean, you can go, that is a matter of public record. Anyone can go. And last I checked, those documents was not sealed. You can go and pull those lawsuits, and you can read that about this pastor. And so it's just. And as she was saying, she said she Googled his name. The first thing popped up was an arrest. Then the stuff with the kids. So she was. I thought that she raised a legitimate point. Now, the one thing that we can say about Jamal Harrison Bryant, and I know I tell you that he's sleazy, and he's got bastard children. He had Giselle pregnant. Giselle was pregnant with twins, or had just had those 3 kids. She had one older and then 2 twins, 2 twins is redundant, but and had the twins, and then he had another girl pregnant, and her belly pumped her with a belly full of cum that was growing in her simultaneously to the same time that Giselle was pregnant, or had just had her baby. Then he came here and got with LaToya Odom, who you all know that I've interviewed, that has John. When he was at Morehouse, he had Turquoise. And then there's rumors and questions about other children. Now, there's some problems here. The lights have been going on and off. The lights have been flickering on and off. And the water has been flickering on and off at Empowerment Temple. One Sunday we have lights. Wait a minute, light. And then, no lights. We can't have church. We don't have lights. We don't have water. People can't go to the bathroom. But this is Empowerment Temple. So I'm just wondering, how is he going to manage that major of a campus? Now, the proposal, one of the proposals was to sell New Birth. Sell that building. Sell that big old Coliseum out there in Lithonia. Sell it, and they start afresh with a new building. Now, that was suggested, and that person's name is mentioned in the blog. I won't mention it here, but you can go to the blog obnoxious.television.com, and you can read and find out who suggested that. Now, it was offered to DeKalb County, but Michael Thurman, who is the new DeKalb County CEO, he declined the offer. They were not, so DeKalb County wasn't interested. So then they go back to the drawing board and got to figure out how they're going to pay $279,000 in mortgage every month. So Out of all of the negative things, and we could go on and on and on about his negative stuff, the one thing that we can say is the man can preach. He can preach. There will be a honeymoon phase that I'm going to say is going to probably rock New Birth. He'll come on December the 2nd, the first Sunday of December. He will hit the ground running. He's not going to be able, he has to almost totally stop or limit to a great deal his traveling. He will not be able, but he was traveling, and like another Morehouse brother that's a pastor said today, you know, he had to travel so much to make ends meet. So now that he has New Birth and is going to be possibly making what I've heard is about $625,000 annually, which is a little bit low. I thought he was going to get a smooth, straight million. You know, a church of that size, a church of that magnitude, taking on all of that. That's, you know, I thought he was definitely going to be able to do that. Now, I personally think that they still want John Gray, and Jamal is just going to come and hold that church together. Now, I give him about 2 years, and then John Gray is going to opt out of that contract at that church in Greenville, and then he's going to come to Atlanta. Because the thing that you got to remember about John Gray, John is a son of Eddie Long. John grew up he's in New Birth. What he knows about word and how he delivers the text is very much parallel to Bishop Youngboy Booty Licking Eddie Lee Long. You can tell that man came out of New Birth. Now, Jamal is very much more fervent, very more powerful, kind of the old-fashioned with the hoop. His style is not going to be in that, oh, listen, you know, with the chimes of the music playing, you know, that hypnotic music that would play behind Eddie Long, and you would hear all those, like, little string and bells and stuff like that, you know, sends those people into a mental trip and a trance. Jamal doesn't do that. Jamal is more, you know, he's a preacher. He's gonna hoop it out. So that style is gonna be different. Also, now I got into this discussion. Have any of y'all ever heard Eddie Long speak in tongues? I've never heard Eddie Long speak in unknown tongues. I've never heard him eat at a bosha. I've never heard him now, when he was fighting for his life and he was dying, you know, he had Africans praying for him. He got with Bernard Jordan. He went to New York. Now, you know, he was doing some of everything to stay on top of the ground. But when he was in his prime, you didn't hear him speak. You didn't hear him speak in unknown tongues. And, you know, so some people was like, another person was debating, oh, yeah, I've heard him speak. I said, okay, prove it. Find me, and I'm not saying it's not out there. I'm saying, but I've never known it. Find me a video clip of Eddie Long speaking in unknown tongues prior to prior to September 2010, when that ticker tape went across the bottom of CNN saying that Eddie Long was accused of sexual misconduct by four young guys. Find me something that said that. Also, was he friends with all of these sleaze bags that came? Eddie was a pinnacle preacher. He was not. He had the numbers to Air Force One and Air Force Two prior to that. That church was packed out. His Bernice King buried Coretta from his church. None of those people. He had in his pulpit three living. Because Barack, I sat behind Barack, and President Barack Obama was Senator Obama at the time of Coretta Scott King's funeral. But he had, three? Bush, President Carter, and William Jefferson Clinton and Hillary came to Coretta's funeral. I mean, he was at a very different level, and in some ways he even surpassed that of Jake's at the time. And that's why I was so shocked when Jake's acted like he didn't know who Eddie Long was when he made that little video during his funeral. I was like, what is this about? How did Jakes not know who Eddie? Oh, he was sitting in my service, and I didn't even know who he was. And he came up to me crying and laid his head in my shoulder. Okay, Jakes, for real, you didn't know who Eddie Lee was? Yeah, right. Please. But he was throwing shade and distancing himself because, the man's scandal and his sins was a scarlet. And, it just wasn't a good, smooth look for Jakes, I think, to totally embrace it. If I was him, if I was the family, I wouldn't even had that tape play. I would have just been like, okay, Jakes, we cool on you. Since if you gonna act like, and Vanessa should have put her foot down, and she should have been like, okay, you gonna act like you don't know who my husband is, and you're the one that told me to stay in this marriage. You the one told me to not get this divorce and not jump the ship but now he dead. You gonna act? You really? Come on, you gonna lie through that gap tooth for yours and act like you barely knew who Eddie was? Oh, okay. So anyway, so he got the church. We're going to be probably talking about this for a while. It's going to be amazing. I hear that he's got a $625,000 annual salary. They're going to get him either a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz of his choice. Also the word is that he'll have a 4-bedroom condo in the Buckhead or Midtown area. Now, I'm wondering if he's going to get the same condo, if they still have the condo that Eddie had at the 12, because Vanessa stayed at the house. Well, they had a house in that gated community out there because Larry Williams was out there in that gated community, as well as Bishop Bobby Henderson. And then when the scandal broke, they left there and got a smaller house in the subdivision called Smoke Rise that's on the golf course out there. And then I believe that that's still the house that Vanessa currently is in. But Eddie, because Vanessa and Eddie was not really, toward the latter part and after like 2010, they wasn't like laying in the bed married, like husband and wife. They were more like, oh, okay, I'm still your wife on, you know, on paper, and I'm going to show up here to this church, you know what I'm saying, to help you. Because I think if Vanessa had divorced him, I think that that new birth out there, that wouldn't be there. Somebody else would be in that church. Like that would have totally collapsed. It would have totally fallen apart had she divorced him. So anyway, so I'm wondering if Jamal is he going to be living, because he opted not to have a house in Buckhead. He opted out of that. And he wants the, because, you know, he's a player, so you want the player's crib. You want, you know, that whole doorman, that whole come up on the elevator. It'll be smooth so that, you know, his chicks can come in and come out or what have you, totally incognito. See, when somebody roll up to your house, then they got to see them coming in and out the door. You got to see their car. But when you pulling up to a high-rise, you could be going to see anybody in that whole big old high-rise. So I'm wondering, is he going to be smashing the chicks at the old crib that Eddie was smashing the boys? Oh, God. Did I say that? Oh, my God. I probably, you know, I ain't been on here in a while, so I probably should have said that. Well, the Saints is quiet tonight. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I got the Saints and I got some no good folks on here. But y'all show is quiet. Hey, Josh. I think Josh is on there from Chicago. He go over there to, Josh, who's on here? Josh goes over there to Garden of Prayer. Vicky, are you going to go back and doing your sign language for for Jamal? Vicky, you got to go back to New Birth, honey. You got to go back home. You know, Vicky signs. She does the sign language. She does all the sign language. Vicky ain't been over there in a while. Okay, who else is on here? I can't see you good. Okay, let me see. Who else is on here? Anyway, shout out to everybody that's watching. I'll be, you know, I won't say your name on some of them. Wow, it's a lot of people jumping on. So you all tell me now this is, I'm gonna say this, and I know my phone is going to ring off the hook. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right here. I'm going to say this, and y'all ain't going to like it. Okay. Some of you pastors in metropolitan Atlanta, you better get on your knees and you better cry and you better beg God to give you a word. Because just as good as Jamal is wretched and like to screw, that bro can go when he get that mic. Now, y'all know, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm a fair critic. And when you good at what you do, whether I like you or not, whether I fell out with you or not, I am going to give credit where credit is due. I do not care how many bastard kids he has had. I don't care if he mistreated Tweet and put out the sex tape of her doing unseemly things with him and all of that. But when he gets that mic, he can deliver. And I'm telling you, some of you cats, Y'all better pray and ask God, Allah, Confucius. Y'all better get on Logos, and y'all better get on Olive Branch and all them places where you can steal sermons from, and y'all better steal y'all some good sermons. Y'all better get in them pulpits, and y'all better come with it, because if not, especially those that live in that DeKalb County area, from going from Candler Road on east to Conyers, Jamal is coming for your members, okay? Y'all, he is going to empty out some of those churches. Now, I just believe that. I just believe that he is going to come and millennials, educated, young, black, upwardly mobile young people, that whole bracket from like 40 and down, they are going to flood into New Birth. You watch what I tell you, they going over there. If they don't go but for 15, 20 minutes to see what the hype is going to be about, they are going to be going over there. So y'all, some of y'all that got them morning prayers on Facebook Live, some of them that, I ain't gonna call no names, but some of y'all better get with it. Because the one thing that the brother can do, if he can't do nothing else, he can preach. And when he starts saying, preach black man, see when he start hollering that, and they start jumping up and hollering and carrying on, and seeing the women gonna be throwing their panties on that pulpit, they gonna be, I wanna have a baby too. I want you to screw me next. Come on, let me have your next bastard. They gonna be hollering. They are gonna be over there. Also, I'm gonna say this, because whether they like it or not, New Birth was the first vision church of Atlanta anyway. Because, anyway. I know y'all don't like it, but I would say it and tell the truth anyway. So, and, Jamal doesn't really bash. So, and especially in light of all of the new, bashing and stuff that we have heard recently, and especially at the Kojic convocation and what have you, I think that group is going to be safe. He's a social activist. So he's going to, the whole Black Lives Matter movement and all of that, he definitely gets behind that. He might even get behind me too. You know what I'm saying? He might turn over the little.
He might get behind him too, honey. I wonder how far behind. Now, God forgive me, I don't know what pastor that he talking about. Is he talking about Jamal Bryant? Because he been in the game for many, many years. And I know that he was on TBN, and his ex-wife is on Housewives of Potomac. What's the one with the long pretty neck? I can't think of her name right now. Oh, Giselle. Yeah, the one that has a neck like a deer, and shades like no other on Potomac. Always talking mess and bringing the tea and the shade for all the girls and the boys in the park. Yes, God. Yes.
But you cats that got churches and pastor, I'ma say from Candler Road east, that whole Conyers, that Conyers, all the way up to to, it was I was wondering, another thing that I thought, because now that they gave it to Jamal, all these other people are coming. See, I thought Neil Ellis was going to do the Paula White. I thought Neil Ellis, because when I found out that he wasn't all that I thought he was, I thought Neil Ellis was going to come in there and ropey-dope that church and do a Paula White move. But I don't know. He's bohemian, and I don't know if he just didn't want it or if he wasn't shrewd enough, you know what I'm saying, to really make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So that he wasn't able to ropey-dope it. But now he used his influence. Now, it was somebody in the running that I heard could not get a key man insurance policy. One of the 5 finalists, and I'm going to wait and get some more details before I say his name, but one of the original 5 finalists before it got narrowed down to John Gray and Jamal Harrison Bryant was one of the cats. He could not get a key man policy, and so that must mean that he has a pre-existing condition, because you have to have a major physical when you get a key man policy, and so he wasn't able to get one, and so that totally eliminated him. The other part, well, Jamal is what, 48, 49. I thought that I can't think of the brother's name. What's the brother's name? Preachers and pastors that are listening under the sound of my voice. What's the brother's name that was with E. Dewey, the Morehouse brother? His name is Reggie something. His last name is escaping me. I cannot think of Reggie's last name, but he's a bad preacher.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Oh, this is a video that I just did.
How many times a day do you get proposed to on Instagram?
I definitely don't count, but it's too many.
He's a bad preacher, and I was thinking that they might would have gone with somebody a little bit younger, but wouldn't it have been great if they had gone back and got Jesse Kearney? Jesse Kearney over at New Mercies. He would have been good. He was he was a son of that ministry as well. So it's going to be interesting. But Jamal has left the AME church and has stepped down from pastoring the church that he started out of rebellion. When he got into it with the old man up there in D.C., he split he was that man's youth pastor, and then, he was national youth president for the NAACP. That was back when he was running around wearing those little twists and little baby dreadlocks, and he got into it with that old man. I can't think of the old man's name right now, but he got into it with that old man and walked off with his members and started Empowerment Temple, and then, all of the people like Ray Lewis and all of the, bourgeois, upwardly mobile, black folks in Prince George's County and all of that up in that Maryland and Baltimore area, they were flocking to Empowerment Temple in its heyday. And then the secretary she sent out a thing to his full mailing list about his sexual affairs. That's when he first started falling from grace. That secretary about killed him. because she sent us an email to everybody that was on his mailing list, and was telling everybody that was on his mailing list that he was a homemonger, and it was an official email coming from his ministry. So everyone was just like totally in shock. Like, do y'all remember all of this? Like, y'all don't remember all of that? Do y'all remember all of? I mean, it's so much to him that it's almost probably most of y'all that don't do this for a living, that you probably can't compartmentalize and remember all of the things that you know, because he's had infraction after infraction after infraction after infraction. But at AME, his daddy was the presiding bishop, and he started and birthed his own church, so he couldn't be suspended, set down. He couldn't be ousted because that was his ministry. So it's going to be interesting. He's going to have to keep his nose clean and walk the straight and narrow, because I don't think they are going to tolerate anything remotely in bad boy behavior coming from him. All right, so anyway, I wanted to say that. I know y'all haven't heard from me in a good little while. Y'all show is quiet. I'm telling you, the saints is quiet. Y'all out here looking, though. Y'all on here looking. Click that share button. Cash at me and Sir William. Y'all need to send, let me tell you something. Y'all need to send a love offering to my ministry. Because when I tell you I can look through muddy water and see dry land, y'all like what I do, y'all need to support me. Y'all need to help me. Y'all need to help me continue this obnoxious ministry and to tell you the truth that's going on in these places of worship and with these so-called men and women of God that is wolves in sheep clothing, and that's leading saints and the people of God astray. There's so much that I want to talk about. I didn't get a chance to talk about the guy Quack or Clack or whatever his name is that said the devil was a lie. I didn't get a chance to. I got to deal with that. I got to deal with the woman that talked about a female pig is a witch and a female dog. I got to talk about that. And then the man. What church has rules and regulations? Like, you know, what church does that? Like, why? And the man, I guess they said he put the drag queen out or whatever, but why he's not down on Cicero? All the killing in Chicago, the least of your worries could be if a guy comes in your church with some makeup on and some heels. Like, why are you I mean, you got black men being killed in Chicago, like, left and right. You know, I mean, they are fighting and shooting and killing like it's a war. I mean, you know, what is it, 72 in one weekend, 112 in another weekend? I mean, but you concerned about a cross-dresser coming to your service. Why are you concerned about that? Why are you not out there on 124th and Cicero? You know, and then did y'all see the dyke standing right behind him? Did y'all see that for what she couldn't do to a pussy can't be done? He had a full-fledged stud standing up behind him in his prayer. Then he went and made a video and said that we got rules and regulations at my church. And if you don't like the rules and regulations, don't go there. Okay. Well, how about you shouldn't go there, because we got a rule. You got a gut and you wearing skinny leg jeans and you need to take them jeans off. How about that? And you need to tuck your shirt in and you need to have some decorum if you talking about your church. And then he said he got a thing. See, it's something going on in his flesh, because he said he got a thing. He don't allow women to wear leggings. And okay, so what's wrong with women wearing leggings? Anyway, I don't know. I didn't get that. Did y'all see my video? I'm going to do another video about the alleged calling out of someone either that was me or someone similar to me on Wednesday night at the Church of God of Christ Holy Convocation in St. Louis. My name wasn't called, so I'm not going to call anybody's name. But it went viral. And it's interesting that the gospel the gentleman preached could not save his own son, who has full-blown AIDS, that's a fact, was here in Atlanta selling his body for Happy Meals. We went and got him out of the gutter down in the Buff. He was also on crack. His dad, who is the one that describe someone that kind of fit my description. His dad lied to his congregation and told them that his son had Lyme disease when lesions had covered his whole face and body. And the boy was, I think his T-cell count had went down to less than 50, and he was on the verge of death. And then to get back in good graces with his father, he went through this whole thing saying that he was delivered, and then he married a woman that he's divorced from now, and all of this. But his daddy didn't have enough Holy Ghost and enough anointing and enough power to save his son, but yet he can stand in a pulpit on a national platform and try to denigrate someone, that either is me or someone that looks similar to me. So that lets you know the level of influence and power. Now, I'm just waiting to see. I'm waiting to see how the national church is going to react. I want to see how they, respond to it. And then the guy, everyone has been asking me about the guy that Mother Kelly called out or what have you. And my thoughts or opinions on that. It was a lot. It was a lot, and it's no way that the guy could not have been embarrassed. Now, some of them are saying that he said that he was fine with it. He didn't have no issues with what he said. But there again, well. Now, the difficult part about Frances, Mother Kelly, is, she is the big sister of Louise. So we have to be, she probably can get away with some stuff just based upon who her sister is. All right, y'all. I'm going to go on and get off here. It's time for us to go down from this place and what have you. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening and watching. And I got a lot of Morehouse brothers on here tonight. I see a lot of. I didn't talk so until I didn't got out of breath. Got tired. I see these doctors. I see these postulators of the gospel. These men of God. These preachers is on here. Wait a minute, I ain't got, oh wow. Here it is. Oh, we got some more oh, y'all better share it. We got some more. And I mean, now wait a minute now. Let me go and say this, Josh. I ain't got no jack legs on here. I got some real PhDs on here. I got some folks that can exegete the text. They on here listening to me. I got some serious postulators on here. Oh, I'm in a good vein tonight. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. But I got these pastors and these doctors. Oh, I just stirred it up tonight. Oh, bless him. Yeah, I'm seeing these last names and Doctor this. Who is this? Oh God. Evangelist. There's an evangelist. There's these old brazen women. These old brazen women. They, you know what? Why didn't New Birth? You know that y'all. That's who should be hollering. Y'all women should be hollering and mad. Why wasn't it a female in that final number? I'm so glad that I had an evangelist on there. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing it into my spirit. Why wasn't it? Why they didn't go get Bernice? Huh? Why didn't they go get Bernice? I don't hear nobody. Why they didn't go get Bernice? Why they didn't have Juanita Bynum? Who else is I know. Why they didn't get Dr. Jazz Shula, you know, because they want to fly her around and talk about how she can preach and everything, and then she got kicked out and he lost and ejected up there in D.C. Why they didn't go get her? They didn't have one female. Where the Me Too? Where the Me Too women at? See, y'all should be raising hell. I want y'all to send some emails. Send some emails to Tommy Dutch and Mike Roberts. It wasn't no woman in the running. See, they have a low-down man come over there. Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching. Have a man that got bastard children all over America, but you didn't have a woman. Who else is a bad female? Who else can say? What other women can postulate the gospel? They didn't have no women in the. I just thought about that. I had not even thought about it. They didn't have a woman. They should have been politically correct and at least had one chick in the number. Am I talking right? Am I talking good? Y'all are not saying a word. Y'all are just on here and y'all are quiet and y'all are listening to me raise hell. And I love it. I'm going to give y'all about 9 more minutes and I'll be on for a whole hour. That ain't nobody saying that. Now y'all clicking the share? Are y'all clicking? They did not have any female considered. I guess it ain't no bad female preachers, though. Now, that would have been the upset. If they had brought Juanita up in there, or who else is bad? Who else is a female that can really preach? I guess we ain't got none. We ain't got no hot women that can preach no more. Who is it? It ain't nobody but Juanita. You got Juanita. You got Dr. Jazz Shulock. She all right. She's all right. Who else? You ain't got no bad female preachers, huh? We ain't got none. Can somebody help me name one? JC, who is okay now? But we got some chicks in Kojic, but they sanctified women. They wasn't gonna go over to no Baptist church. We wasn't gonna do that. We wasn't gonna leave Church of God in Christ. I don't know. I guess it ain't no bad. I guess it ain't no bad women. Y'all ain't telling me none. JC, tell me who's a bad female preacher, or maybe we just don't know none. Who's on? Vicky, who's on the circuit that's a woman that can preach? Oh, you got, I'm going to tell you who bad, but she done got old now. She done got old. She ain't what she used to be. But that Dr. Carolyn Showell, and then she got a bunch of health challenges and stuff, and then got so big. But I remember Dr. Showell. See, I met Dr. Showell. She was over our leadership training. I didn't meet her as a preacher. I met her as a real PhD. She's an earned doctorate. You got Carolyn Showell. Would have been good. He was, he was a son of that ministry as well. So it's going to be interesting. But Jamal has left the AME church and has stepped down from pastoring the church that he started out of rebellion. When he got into it with the old man up there in D.C., he split he was that man's youth pastor, and then, he was national youth president for the NAACP. That was back when he was running around wearing those little twists and little baby dreadlocks, and he got into it with that old man. I can't think of the old man's name right now, but he got into it with that old man and walked off with his members and started Empowerment Temple. And then, all of the people like Ray Lewis and all of the, bourgeois, upwardly mobile, black folks in Prince George's County and all of that up in that Maryland and Baltimore area, they were flocking to Empowerment Temple in its heyday. And then the secretary she sent out a thing to his full mailing list about his sexual affairs. That's when he first started falling from grace. That secretary about killed him, because she sent us an email to everybody that was on his mailing list, and was telling everybody that was on his mailing list that he was a homemonger, and it was an official email coming from his ministry. So everyone was just like totally in shock. Like, do y'all remember all of this? Like, y'all don't remember all of that. Do y'all remember all of? I mean, it's so much to him that it's almost probably most of y'all that don't do this for a living, that you probably can't compartmentalize and remember all of the things that because he's had infraction after infraction after infraction after infraction. But at AME, his daddy was the presiding bishop, and he started and birthed his own church, so he couldn't be suspended, set down. He couldn't be ousted because that was his ministry. So it's going to be interesting. He's going to have to keep his nose clean and walk the straight and narrow, because I don't think they are going to tolerate anything remotely in bad boy behavior coming from him. All right, so anyway, I wanted to say that. I know y'all haven't heard from me in a good little while. Y'all show is quiet. I'm telling you, the saints is quiet. Y'all out here looking, though. Y'all on here looking. Click that share button, cash at me, here, Sir William. Y'all need to send, let me tell you something. Y'all need to send a love offering to my ministry. Because when I tell you I can look through muddy water and see dry land, y'all like what I do, y'all need to support me. Y'all need to help me. Y'all need to help me continue this obnoxious ministry and to tell you the truth that's going on in these places of worship and with these so-called men and women of God that is wolves in sheep clothing and is leading saints and the people of God astray. There's so much that I want to talk about. I didn't get a chance to talk about the guy Quack or Clack or whatever his name is that said the devil was a lie. I didn't get a chance to. I got to deal with that. I got to deal with the woman that talked about a female pig is a witch and a female dog. I got to talk about that. And then the man. What church has rules and regulations? Like, you know, what church does that? Like, why? And the man, I guess they said he put the drag queen out or whatever, but why he's not down on Cicero? All the killing in Chicago, the least of your worries could be if a guy comes in your church with some makeup on and some heels. Like, why are you? I mean, you got black men being killed in Chicago, like left and right. You know, I mean, they are fighting and shooting and killing like it's a war. I mean, you know, what is it? 72 in one weekend, 112 in another weekend. I mean, but you concerned about a cross-dresser coming to your service. Why are you concerned about that? Why are you not out there on 124th and Cicero? You know, and then did y'all see the dyke standing right behind her? Did y'all see that for what she couldn't do to a pussy can't be done? He had a full-fledged stud standing up behind him in his prayer. Then he went and made a video and said that we got rules and regulations at my church. And if you
actually can check out my channel. I actually have a video of the pastor telling the male that was dressed as a female to leave from the church in his explanation in regards to why he asked this human being to leave his church. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a little surprised, but the way that Sir Williams is very quick to call people children, bastards, and cum buckets, I'm surprised that he's actually defending this with his, you know, so-called, you know, living his life according to God's will. I guess maybe because the pastor would throw him up out of his church with them fake nails on and things and makeup and things. But he's real quick to call somebody's children bastards and stuff. I just think that's just really disrespectful. I mean, this vlogging and stuff, I mean, do we have to be negative to get clicks and views? But apparently you have to. Because, I mean, you know, if you really want to grow pretty fast, you got to be willing to be in the mess and drop in the drama and be with the bull crap and ready to slap a fish and, you know, ready to roast and toast that ass. You know, I don't think that is fair. Can we get on a positive a positive note and still communicate and have a good time, you know, without gossiping to destroy one's reputation and one's family, you know. I mean, I'm definitely trying to figure out where I'm going to go in regards to my channel, you know. Hot topics and stuff that are trending that are pique my interest is, you know, what I will post on my channel. But what I want to talk about is, you know, surviving domestic violence survivors, survivors of rape, you know, so women and men that are dealing with chronic pain issues. You know, shout out to Mona Simone. Y'all go out and check out Mona Simone. She did a video on the opiate epidemic, and her video was demonetized. The devil is a liar. I pray that she is able to raise the money. Please go over to Mona Simone's channel and donate to her GoFundMe so she can get the chair, the motor chair that she needs due to the degeneration, I believe, that she has in her back. She has a slip disc or something. Please don't quote me on that because I could be wrong, but there's something that's wrong with her back and she's dealing with some severe pain. So she does need a motor chair, which they are $4,000. So her donations, she needs donations. But I was just very surprised about how her video was demonetized. And I'm like, gosh, can't talk about, you know, anything, it seems, that's going to, you know, help and bless our, you know, community and fill people with knowledge and wisdom. Either it's too boring or it's too extreme for people's taste. But people can come on and talk about people's sexual orientation and roast people and call people's kids bastards and tell people to go kill themselves and call people liars and tell them to shut the F up and drop dead B and you ugly and your face is jacked up and you this, that, and the third and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I see when we roasting and gagging, you know, and it's all, you know, fun. But some of this stuff that's coming from a lot of people, they genuinely mean that about the individual that they talking about.
Don't like the rules and regulations, don't go there. Okay, well, how about you shouldn't go there because we got a rule, you got a gut, and you wearing skinny leg jeans, and you need to take them jeans off. How about that? And you need to tuck your shirt in, and you need to have some decorum if you talking about your church. And then he said he got a thing. See, it's something going on in his flesh because he said he got a thing. He don't allow women to wear leggings. And, okay, so what's wrong with women wearing leggings? Anyway, I don't know. I didn't get that. Did y'all see my video? I'm going to do another video about the alleged calling out of someone either that was me or someone similar to me on Wednesday night at the Church of God of Christ Holy Convocation in St. Louis. My name wasn't called, so I'm not going to call anybody's name. But it went viral. And it's interesting that the gospel the gentleman preached could not save his own son, who has full-blown AIDS, that's a fact, was here in Atlanta selling his body for Happy Meals. We went and got him out of the gutter down in the Buff. He was also on crack. His dad, who is the one that, you know, describe someone that kind of fit my description. His dad lied to his congregation and told them that his son had Lyme disease when lesions had covered his whole face and body. And the boy was, I think his T-cell count had went down to less than 50, and he was on the verge of death. And then to get back in good graces with his father, you know, he went through this whole thing saying that he was delivered, and then he married a woman that he's, you know, divorced from now. And all of this, but his daddy didn't have enough Holy Ghost and enough anointing and enough power to save his son, but yet he can stand in a pulpit on a national platform and try to denigrate someone, I mean, that either is me or someone that looks similar to me. So that lets you know the level of influence and power. Now, I'm just waiting to see, how the national church is going to react. I want to see how they, you know, respond to it. And then the guy, everyone has been asking me about the guy that Mother Kelly called out or what have you. And you know, my thoughts or opinions on that. You know, it was a lot. It was a lot. And it's no way that the guy could not have been embarrassed. Now, some of them are saying that he said that he was fine with it. He didn't have no issues with what he said. But there again, well, now the difficult part about Frances, Mother Kelly, is, you know, she is the big sister of Louise. So we have to be, she probably can get away with some stuff just based upon who her sister is. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off here. It's time for us to go down from this place and what have you. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening and watching. And I got a lot of Morehouse brothers on here tonight. I see a lot of I didn't talk so until I didn't got out of breath. Got tired. I see these doctors. I see these apostulators of the gospel. These men of God. These preachers is on here. Wait a minute, oh wow. Here it is. Oh, we got some more y'all better share it. We got some more. And I mean, now wait a minute now. Let me go and say this, Josh. I ain't got no jack legs on here. I got some real PhDs on here. I got some folks that can exegete the text. They on here listening to me. I got some serious apostulators on here. Oh, I'm in a good vein tonight. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. But I got these pastors and these doctors. Oh, I just stirred it up tonight. Oh, bless him. Yeah, I'm seeing these last names and Dr. this. Who is this? Oh God. Evangelist. There's an evangelist. There's these old brazen women. These old brazen women. They, you know what? Why didn't New Birth? You know that y'all. That's who should be hollering. Y'all women should be hollering and mad. Why wasn't it a female in that final number? I'm so glad that I had an evangelist on there. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing it into my spirit. Why wasn't it? Why didn't go get Bernice? Huh? Why didn't they go get Bernice? nobody. Why they didn't go get Bernie? Why they didn't have Juanita Bynum? Who else is I know. Why they didn't get Dr. Jazz Shula, because they want to fly her around and talk about how she can preach and everything, and then she got kicked out and he lost and ejected up there in D.C. Why they didn't go get her? They didn't have one female. Where the Me Too? Where the Me Too women at? See, y'all should be raising hell. I want y'all to send some emails. Send some emails to Tommy Dutch and Mike Roberts. There wasn't no woman in the running. See, they have a low-down man come over there. Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teaching. Have a man that got bastard children all over America, but you didn't have a woman. Who else is a bad female? Who else can say, what other women can postulate the gospel? They didn't have no women in the room. I just thought about that. I had not even thought about it. They didn't have a woman. They should have been politically correct and at least had one chick in the number. Am I talking right? Am I talking good? Y'all are not saying a word. Y'all are just out here and y'all are quiet and y'all are listening to me raise hell. And I love it. I'm going to give y'all about 9 more minutes and I'll be on for a whole hour. That ain't nobody saying nothing. Are y'all clicking the share? Are y'all clicking? They did not have any female considered. I guess it ain't no bad female preachers, though. Now, that would have been the upset. If they had brought Juanita up in there, or who else is bad? Who else is a female that can really preach? I guess we ain't got none. We ain't got no hot women that can preach no more. Who is it? It ain't nobody but Juanita. You got Juanita. You got Dr. Jazz Shulock. She all right. She's all right. Who else? You ain't got no bad female preachers, huh? We ain't got none. Can somebody help me name one? JC, who is bad? Okay, but we got some chicks in Kojic, but they sanctified women. They wasn't gonna go over to no Baptist church. We wasn't gonna do that. We wasn't gonna leave Church of God in Christ. I don't know. I guess it ain't no bad. I guess it ain't no bad women. Y'all ain't telling me none. JC, tell me who's a bad female preacher, or maybe we just don't know none. Who's on? Vicky, who's on the circuit that's a woman that can preach? Oh, you got, I'm going to tell you who bad, but she done got old now. She done got old. She ain't what she used to be. But that Dr. Carolyn Showell, and then she got a bunch of health challenges and stuff, and then got so big. But I remember Dr. Showell. See, I met Dr. Showell. She was over our leadership training. I didn't meet her as a preacher. I met her as a real PhD. She's an earned doctorate. You got Carolyn Showell. Who else you got that's bad? That's a woman that can preach. But see, she's apostolic. She's out of Bible Way. You know, her brother was the presiding bishop of Bible Way. The folks that shout real fast. they go in hard. That's Bible way. I think Kyrie and all them, they Bible way. You can't even, you go in their church, you just can wave your hand because they shout so fast, you can't even keep up. You can't keep up with them Bible way people. I'm trying to think of who else is a female preacher that can preach. I don't know one. That's sad. That's sad. It ain't no bad chicks out there. They ain't got Theodore. Is that Theodore Armstrong the Fourth from Charlotte, North Carolina? Who's a bad? Oh, they got what's her name? But she ain't all of that. Now I'm trying to get ones that's not Church of God in Christ. I'm trying to get female preachers that's not Church of God in Christ, because quite naturally we got Joyce. Joyce can preach. And then who else we got? We ain't really got no bad women in Church of God in Christ no more. Then they got that big girl. They got that heavyset girl down from Savannah and Bishop Walden. She's down there with Mark Walden. She's big and she can really go. She can really preach. I can't think of that girl's name. She preaches Revival Fire sometime. And she I can't think of her name. But we don't have none. So anyway, oh well. So much for the women. So anyway, I just wanted to come on, say that, talk about, there's a new, in Atlanta, there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Jamal Harrison Bryant. He got new birth. I'm telling you, when I tell you something, you can take it to the bank. Those of you that doubt it, just like when I told you about Juanita, everybody, when I told you that Juanita Bynum got jumped on by Bishop Weeks, everybody was like, "Ooh, you lied. Ooh, that didn't happen. Blah, blah, blah." For a whole 2 weeks, I told y'all Michael Jackson was dead. I was one of the first people. I was telling everybody that Michael Jackson was dead. People didn't believe that. I told y'all about Paul Martin. I said that. I posted that on a Sunday. I posted that on a Wednesday night. That Sunday morning, he was saying 40 years ago, I made a mistake. Then, what else? I have done so many stories. I gave y'all the side by side. I told y'all about all 5 or more of Brian Corn's kids. I told y'all about his prophesying from Stephen Cote and Stephen Cote and the woman out of Pittsburgh. He came down here to our church on the Friday night and said something was going to happen in Pittsburgh. Well, the witch that he follows is from Pittsburgh, and she had already said that some disaster or something was going to happen in Pittsburgh, but he listens to her. But nobody want to listen to me. And y'all always be in my inbox doubting me. If I tell you if I say it, you can take it to the bank. Don't question me no more. Just go on and know when I say it, it is the truth. My reputation speaks for myself. I ain't like all these other pretend bugs. I'm the king of this. I was the first one. I created this. Wasn't nobody else saying nothing about these sleaze bag, no good preachers lying, cheating, robbing, and screwing and everything else. I was the first one that started this. So when I say it, you can take it to the bank. If I tell you a duck is a truck, you get a hook and hook it up. Am I talking right? Questioning me. Are you sure? That's what old Patrick did. Patrick gonna call me. Are you sure, Mccray? I don't know about this one. I doubt very seriously they're gonna have Jamal over at New Birth. I think you have missed the mark on this one. And went on and on. I got to call him when I get off of here and cuss him out from Amazing Grace to a floating opportunity, because I told him that Jamal was going to get it. But he'll probably only have it 2 years, because they really want John Gray. They really want John. But anyway, there go another pastor. There go another pastor. These pastors is watching. Oh, I see a Kojic hat on here. We got now this woman right here, this little short dynamite. I ain't gonna say her name, but that's my girl. She was dressed up in St. Louis. I didn't even know who she was, because most times here in Atlanta, she on that flow, being an adjutant and things. But she came to St. Louis and she put her glad rags on. She had her hat on and cocked to the side. I didn't know who mother was. But she a little evangelist, and she got that rasp in her voice, you know. Oh, y'all, you know Angie Stone was out there, they said, tonight. I didn't know Angie Stone was a member out there at New Birth. Angie Stone was out there. Members of my street committee. I thank God for my street committee. They was in place. Amen. Could nobody use their phone and record, because you know they don't like it when you record over there. They don't want you to record. But see, we like documentation. Amen. We like irrefutable proof. Oh, y'all don't like this kind of teach. But anyway, yeah, so baby, you know who you are. She's a cute little light-skinned woman of God. She can preach. They put her, who was that they put her? Oh, yeah, they gave her they tossed her the mic behind. Oh, I tell you who is a bad female preacher. I'm going to tell you who is a bad female, but she Church of God in Christ. But that Ruby Highland can do it. And she's a lady, and she's classy and graceful with it. I love the way she prances in the pulpit. And see, Ruby been at death's door so many times. Y'all look Ruby Highland Hutchins up. Ruby Highland Hutchins, when she hollering well out of her spirit, I mean, it's like fire. It's like bolts of lightning hit you. And she's real cute. Her daughter was on Sunday's Best and things. Ruby Highland out of Memphis. She's a bad pre. But y'all, they didn't have no women in them running. Cause you women ain't ready to pastor no big old mega church like that. So they didn't let y'all. They ain't gonna let no woman go up in there. Oh, y'all don't like this. Y'all don't like this kind of truth. One of my friends is on here. He ropey-doped them white folks out there in Mapleton. He took that Church of God. I like it when black folks go in there and take white people's churches. He took them white folks' church and put all the white folks out, and now he got a church full of black people, and they shout and speak in tongues. They was a Church of God. I think all they had in there was an old wood stand-up piano. But he put them on out of there. He gonna call and cuss me. I ain't gonna say your name. I ain't gonna call no name. But you know who I'm talking. Oh, Lord. You know, I got two friends. One in Cobb, both of them in Cobb County. They took them white folks' churches and put all them white folks out of there. Now they got black churches and shouting and speaking in tongues. Oh, Lord. Okay, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. I've been on here an hour. All right, Facebook, y'all click it and share it and tell everybody. Hey, there go Rabbi Hudson. There go Rabbi Hudson. That's my friend. I think he's in Indianapolis, Indiana. He's a pastor. He's single, y'all. Y'all females, get in his inbox. He needs a first lady. Pastor Hudson needs a first lady where is he? He's in Indianapolis. He needs a wife. He up there single. He's a good guy. I don't think he got no children. Hudson, do you got any children? I don't think Hudson got no children. But he's single and he needs a good wife and things. I'm gonna play matchmaker. Y'all remember I put Olander and Mary together. You know, I got an anointing on me for different things. So I got Hudson. I got a wife for you. I'ma inbox you. I'ma connect y'all. I want y'all to talk. And she a little evangelist, and she's a preacher. She'll make you a good wife. Cause you need a wife. You need a first lady for that church. It's not good for man to walk alone. You need a helpmeet. Am I talking right? You need some help. Amen. So we gonna go on in. Yeah, I feel that in my spirit. I'm gonna go on and get him married off. Yeah. Frankiefa Johnson. From San Francisco, California. Amen. God bless you, Frankitha. We call her Keita. Keita is mean as hell. But she loves her so well. She'll whip you about. Keita will whip you about me. All I got to do is who else is on here? What you call is on here too. But y'all, I'm gonna get on because I'm about to get in trouble. I don't want nobody to be calling me and mad at me because why did you say my name? Hell, I said your name because I felt like saying it. That's why I said it. Okay, Keita's blonde now. Hudson, Keita is single. She can sing. And I got another chick. For you. I'm gonna do a dating thing. And then I got Michelle Prather. Michelle Prather's out of I wonder, do I have this thing going where you can't comment? Because this is unusual for nobody to be saying anything. I wonder, did I cut the comment things off? I might have cut it off because y'all know I don't know what I be doing. But, Hudson, I got Michelle Prather. Michelle Prather can sing. She out of Nashville. She pretty. She's a sweet girl. She'll make you a good wife. Keita with me. Now, we got to get Keita. We got to put Keita on the altar. Because Keita got a little of that hood. We need a little more power to knock a little of that hood. Because, see, Keita going to whip one of them members as soon as they say something wrong. She going to go upside their head. So we have to put Keita. We got to sanctify Keita a little bit more. We got to, and then my evangelist, she'll be a good wife for you. She'll be okay, y'all. I'm going to go for real this time. I'm going to go for real. I'm going to leave for real. I'm not going to say that. I ain't going to. Keita is going to fly to Atlanta and whip me. Nah, Keita, I'll see you for Thanksgiving. I'm going to see Keita and Naomi. I love them. See, I like them friends that'll tell you that you're wrong. Keita told me, Keita cuss you out. And she called me one time. She said, what the blankety blank is going on? She like a big sister, make you sick, want to correct you. Did you say this? Did you do that? Did you see how you said that in your blog? Yeah, I said it. Anyway, all right, that's my baby. Who else? Oh, we got a bishop on here. We got a bishop in the Lord's church. I wonder, is he a real bishop or is he a jackleg? Hey, Kenyatta! Oh my God, Kenyatta Lyles is on here. Kenyatta is a Morehouse grad. Let me tell y'all, Kenyatta, when we was at Morehouse, Kenyatta had a Range Rover, and Kenyatta went almost 4 years at Morehouse and did not wear the same thing twice. I mean, and he was wearing Kenyatta Lyles. Oh my God, I was so envious of Kenyatta because I dressed too at Morehouse and I changed at least 2 or 3 times a day. But Kenyatta had an apartment off campus that was crazy. He had a Range Rover, and Kenyatta dressed in couture fashion every day, and he would walk down Brown Street or he would drive down Brown Street in that original olive green Range Rover and pull up in front of Kilgore like he was an employee of Morehouse and get out of his car and with it smooth, and we would all be like, oh my God. I mean, it was like, what do we have to aspire to do? Because you are already off the chain as a student. So what are we going to graduate and do? But anyway, Kenyatta was, what's up, Kenyatta? Kenyatta, I'm going to say this publicly. I used to just admire this cat. He was so, I remember one day he came to school. What was that he had on? It was either Alexander McQueen or Moschino. I think it was Moschino or something like that. It was just like a crazy, and we was like, dude, where are you going dressed like this? Where are you going this clean? And so, okay, and then you had people, like back in the day, they had Tony Lamar Burks, you had Tony Lamar Burks, you had Jamal Harrison Bryant, you had Dante Quick, you had all those guys that wore suits every day and carried briefcases at the house. But anyway, so big shouts out to y'all. Thank you for logging on and listening. Click share. I appreciate everybody. Anyway, I hadn't been on here in a while, so I had some stuff to get off my chest. Monday Night Live. Yeah, baby, with Sir William. Peace.
Ooh, boy, that man know he can talk.
Oh, my Cash App up here. Let me put my Cash App up here. Where the thing to comment at? See, I ain't got the thing to comment on. Where you leave the comments at? What did I do? Dag. I don't know how to turn the comments on. The little thing ain't up here.
We are obsessing over LOL surprise pets. LOL.
Y'all make sure that y'all go and subscribe to Heathen Central. I'm up in here cleaning up and working. I done washed about 7 loads and folding clothes. A mama's job is never done. I like cleaning up at early in the morning because I don't know, I just like cleaning up very early in the morning when everybody is asleep and nobody's messing with me, and you know, when I at least I know the dishes will be clean for at least a certain amount of time, that they won't be dirty, or you know how it is. You go in and wash the dishes, and then everybody come in and want to dirty them right on up. You clean up the stove, and they come in and ready to deep fry chicken and everything else that comes to play, you know. go to deep clean the bathroom and the toilet. Now they want to do a full body scrub and everything else. Go to wash clothes. Now they ready to wash clothes. You know. Shoot. Kids don't do what you tell them to do. They do what they see you do. So things have been really rough since my mama passed, so I kind of been feeling down or whatever. And you know how it is when you're dealing with depression and heartache and, you know, heartbreak and stuff like that. You feel alone and like don't nobody understand what you're going through. And you know, before you know it, you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna deep clean. I'm gonna deep clean, and before you know it, you know, things get all piled up on you, and now you got to do you ain't deep clean once a week like you supposed to. Now you got to do a month's worth of deep cleaning all in one day. Oh, shit. Oh. So I hope that y'all enjoyed William Mccray. What is this? The dishwasher is burning up, y'all. Girl, what the hell is wrong with this dishwasher? Woo, girl, I think it's catching on fire. What the fire? What the hell is this? Woo. Damn. Ain't no water coming out of the dishwasher. It's smoking. We don't need no fires early in the morning up in here, Lord. Please, God. What is wrong with this thing? Why does it seem like towards the end of the year, everything start breaking and falling apart and shit? Seems like everything's starting to break or need to be fixed. And I guess because it's a new season and time to get new things and refresh on the things that God done already blessed us with. So it's a part of life. It's hard maintaining a house, even if you own one or you're renting or leasing one. It's still hard to maintain a home. I don't think a lot of people realize that. You got yard work that you gotta do, and I don't know why the water's not coming out of here. It is definitely smoking. What is wrong with this? Why ain't no water coming out? I don't know if it's because the dishwasher going or did it, you know, unplug or... Ain't no water coming out of this. Anywho, I'm up in here scrubbing the stove and doing dishes and about to clean out the microwave, disinfecting stuff. Today is my baby's birthday. So 6 years ago, around this time, I was being induced by Dr. Susan Boyd. God rest her soul. I miss you, Dr. Susan Boyd. I love you. I'm fighting for your baby that I gave birth to, because that was her baby too. Dr. Susan Boyd really loved me. She took care of me. She was a great doctor. A great doctor. She worked for her community. Even though she didn't care about being rich. She cared about her loving on her patients and making sure that they didn't end up with cancer and disease, and remove fibroids and reconstruction surgery of the breast, and, you know, bladder surgery if you know, had problems or whatever or whatnot. So anyway, while I'm cleaning, whew, I hope that y'all like this video. Make sure that you like, share, comment below, and all that good This is your girl, Nicole Reloaded, and we loaded up with another video. I hope that you love your girl. Come on now, y'all need to participate. Help your girl grab this bag. You know, people with disabilities want to eat too. Oh, while y'all trying to roast and toast somebody, you need to look at yourself in the mother freaking mirror and check yourself. Ask God to restore you and remove all them evil spirits in your uglies.